and they learn in real life.
Yes, real life. We're back with David Goldstein from Biltmore Loan and Jewelry. I always love it when you come on because you always bring interesting things that, you know what, sometimes we might come across these in on our own life and think, you know, they really probably have no value, but you will be amazed when I tell you the value of some of these items. How did you acquire these? Did you loan or did you purchase?
These were brought in on a bunch of different separate occasions.
Okay.
So there isn't real. This was not brought in by one person. But
okay.
what I really like to talk about here is the fact that, like, you're holding there the cat pin, and that happens to be made by Tiffany and Company.
Okay.
Now many people realize that if they go out in town to sell this kind of item today, they're going to put it on a scale and just pay them a gold value.
Sure.
Well, this has a much greater value than just gold value
because it's Tiffany?
Because it's Tiffany.
Okay.
Or if it's Cartier, or if it's Van Cleef. So if you have something special in a name brand, that's really where our expertise really shines and where we really come out. And
here's something that I might run across and think it has no value. It looks like a piece of costume jewelry, but it's not.
No, it's a turtle that's done probably in the 60s. It's all inlaid with turquoise, and that pin's about $700.
Wow.
To give you an idea. But the interesting thing here is you see that from our earlier progression from deco to retro, and now you see here, like in the 70s, where now it's less decorative and becoming more gold oriented, where here is 50s, 60s in the top two pins, where you see much more diamond. And then as life started to simplify and gold went up, in the 80s, you started to see, in the very early 80s and late 70s, you started to see not as near as much stones being used to make it more price attractive to people. Are these, because they're like little mini, honestly, I mean, I would never wear that in a million years, but it seriously is like a little mini work of art. They are pieces of art. In their own right, brooches really were pieces of art. People got to be as creative as they could possibly be. But the real beauty is understanding the value of these and knowing if it was made by a famous manufacturer or famous jeweler, that will bring a big premium. And that's the kind of expertise that we bring to it. So all of this stuff right here, what is the value of all this right here? These 6 pins would probably be around $14,000. Wow. And I know they weren't all brought in by the same person, but if you're going through, and it's not just jewelry, I know we've talked a lot about that this morning, but it's watches, it's art, it's collectibles, it's anything that you might come across that perhaps you're not going to use. You can let us know if it has value. What we try to do is give you the information. So if you have something that you've had in your family for a long time, or you have something that you don't have a use for anymore, that's what we're there for, is to try to give you that information and expertise. Excellent. All right. You want more information? Here's what you can do. Biltmore Loan and Jewelry. They have 2 locations. You need to make an appointment for the Scottsdale location, 480-991-5626, or walk into the Chandler location, 480-705-5626, and be sure and like them on Facebook /Biltmore Loan.